So you want to win your champion training tournament, whether that is for this Cheshire Cat soul, whether it's for a champion in the future, whatever the case might be. You want to win it. Let me give you my full breakdown. I'm excited about this, and it's a surefire way to win. What's up, guys? MtgJedi here. How you doing today? I don't normally record videos on Sunday morning. If I have a video that goes up on Sunday, usually it's one that I have pre-recorded. But I really just wanted to share my thoughts this morning on everything I'm going to do to go win this soul. If you got the Cheshire Cat, getting his soul is going to be a really awesome addition to your account. He hits so hard, and that's going to give him a giant boost of stats. Even if you don't get the soul, I mean, he's still going to be an amazing champion on your account, but why not? Champion training is an excellent way to get great rewards, and I've said it before, I'll say it again. I think some of the best rewards in the game come from champion training. I'll be trying to max this out on the new free-to-play. I'll be maxing it out here, and this is a great way to get a legendary book. I'm not sure, I haven't looked at the rewards on the free-to-play account, but I'm hoping at least we can have a legendary book there, maybe some lower point totals, since I'm still below level 50. With that being said, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is watch my sparring pit video. In there, you're going to make your 5-star chickens for free forever. And this is the best way to get your 6-star champion every 7 to 10 days. Highly recommend this strategy. You're going to see how many 40s I have just doing this, okay? The second thing is going to be completing your monthly quests and running campaign with your extra energy. Okay, apparently it's time to do the things. So, in addition to that, while the event dungeon is open, I do like dumping in your extra energy into that. But also, if you have just a little bit of energy, throwing that into campaign or running your dungeons that have the, 1 or 2 man spots with food, that's a great way to stockpile. Basically, what you want to do is you want to prepare in advance for a situation like this. You don't have to prepare in advance, so if you have nothing, then pull some mystery shards and start this process from the beginning, but it is best if you do prepare. So, what are the steps then once the tournament starts? Well, I would say that you want to fill up your Master Vault with the champions who you are not working on right now. The champions who you don't really need out and about. For me, I think I want to just put all of my +4s in there. Not to brag, just like get them out of the way so that I can just have the 3s at the top of the list. Any extra champions that I don't really need, yes, these can all go in there. And then, okay, so then my Master Vault is full. Any champions who you don't need, that don't have gear, can go in your reserve vault. And basically what you want to do is clear the space for the champions in your main roster so that you can train them all up, okay? What you want to do is stockpile your rares from the last summon event that you did. And that's going to be your first step in leveling them all up. Leveling your champion training up, okay? But if you have your stockpile, that's a fine place to start as well. I will be having some 5-star champions. I think I have at least one batch that I did from the last time. I swear that I was ready for this. Okay. Yeah, so I'm going to bring all of those out. I'm going to level those up. And those will be the first 5-star champions that I can use as food. Then I'm going to look and see how many 40s I have. It's a lot, okay? It's quite a bit. and I may or may not be over prepared for an event such as this. So we're gonna take all of these ones that are already level 40 out and bring them into the vault. So let me click through that, and then we'll go to the next part. Okay, we got them all out of the vault now. This might be getting a little out of hand. So what you might want to do next in this process is make sure that your epics are not ones that you need to empower. You know, for example, I know that I have a +4 Magnar. Actually, do I? Magnar. Yes, okay, I have a +4 Magnar, and so I can successfully unlock him. And then I'll go through and I'll double check these champions that I have leveled up, I have empowered or not empowered, and then I'm going to put a couple levels into all of these. I'm going to make sure that I do the same thing for any rares that I have leveled up. I pulled my billion 40s out of the vault, but then I'm going to make 30s, and then once they're 4-star, I'm going to put a couple levels into them, whether that is in the tavern with the brews, or whether that's in campaign. I'm going to do that process so that I can get those easy points. Personally, on this account, I do not put brews into the 3-stars, but like on the free-to-play or the early game accounts, I will put 1 brew or run them, 2-3 times in campaign to put a couple levels in them before I sacrifice them. As an endgame player, I just don't waste my resources on that. I just level them up to 30 and then sacrifice them. That's what I do personally. If you're starting from the, mystery shards, then what I recommend doing is I recommend focusing on uncommons. You can use your reserve vault as your common storage area. That's what I do on the free to play. I throw all my extra commons in there because I don't have a ton of extra champions to store. All I need is space. So I leave the commons in there until I need them, and then I go level them up. So you can scale this to your account based on where it's at and your available resources. The most points you're going to get is for leveling up the champions themselves, not ranking them up, but you're still going to want to rank them up, as that is going to be a lot of points. So I don't have a lot of just 4-stars available, and one of the reasons why is simply because my my epics are not unlocked. So I need to take a couple minutes and make sure that number 1, all of my epics have some levels into them, and then number 2, which ones am I using for food, which ones am I using for champion training, like chickens, which ones am I using for, did I just say the same thing twice? Which one am I using to sacrifice, and which one am I using to empower, which is another way to sacrifice. Anyway, with that being said, you got to make up your own decisions. Like, do you care about a Hellgazer? Probably not. She's a chicken, okay? Do you care about a Burgoth? No, he's a chicken. Do you care about a Neldor? Yes, he's amazing. But do I have a +4 already? I do. So, he's a chicken. And that will be just up to you on what you want to do and how you want to do it. Also, okay, don't hate me. I never use chickens. I always save them. I do a lot of champion training. But the whole purpose of this is you can save your chickens for a situation like this. So in this situation, when I go to the instant rank up, I can then switch my don't use chickens to first choice and apply that. And now all of a sudden I can rank up every single one of these if I want to. One of the problems is, this is 96. Is it 96 champions or 96 chickens? It can't be 96 times 4, can it? Yes, I do have that many. Wowzers. I don't know. I don't know how to know. I don't know. Is there a way to know how many that you're using there? Like if I click this off, It doesn't change the number at the top. Oh, geez. Okay, so let me try to figure out if I can figure it out. Okay, here, I'll put the cold hearts back in the reserve vault so you guys don't see me use them as chickens. They're gonna be chickens, but you just don't need to see me use them as chickens, and that will make you upset. Okay, so that's 94 champions, which I don't need to level up 94 champions and use all of my chickens. That would be the majority of them. I'm sure that this is a surefire way to win the tournament, though. But I don't need to go that crazy. So let me figure out how many I want to use. Like, maybe let's do 50. That would be 200. Yeah, okay. Okay, well, this is pretty insane, but let's do it anyway. How many points is that going to be? We have 54 40s. And then 54 times 4 rank 4 chickens. So, what, 216? That's, you ranked up 5,400 tournament points for that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to level all of those up. Every single one of those is going to get 7 to 9 runs in campaign. I'll be using RSL Helper for this, and I will probably be running the rest of the 4 stars that are not leveled up at the same time as well. One of the questions, I know this is super random, but do I have a Jingle Hunter leveled up on this account? I just don't know. Jim the Jingle Hunter? That's pretty funny. I do. Oh, I have a +4 one already. Okay, wow. Do I not have a Jurigen? This guy? I don't have one of these leveled up? No way. No way. Really? What a bizarre fact that I found out just now on accident. Let's level him up. We will certainly be in first place, absolutely. And the whole reason why you're going to do this is so that you blitz them on the first day. Now, you can, if you have saved your resources like this, put up a giant pile of points here like this, and then that's going to scare people off from competing with you. So my plan is to be somewhere in the scary range, you know, maybe 30,000 points on the first day, something like that. And yes, I have not been really ranking up a lot of 6-star champions because, as you see there, I've been saving them for this type of event. I've been sparingly ranking up 6-star champions, only ones that I need immediately. So I'm probably going to blitz the rest of this today. We have another soul stone. That's nice. I can't wait to pull soul stones again. I did not get really anything good the last time. Nothing like super immediately helpful. Okay, let's gather my thoughts and then go from there. Before you go and run all of your runs, make sure that you go do your daily quests to come in here and to come in here and get the most energy that you can, or you can go back and forth, you know, do a little champion training, then do your quest, get the energy, etc. Here's the team from yesterday's He-Man video. It is amazing. I really love the work that I put into that video, and you should definitely watch it. But I'm gonna do my quest and put my energy in there, and then I'm going to have RSL Helper do the auto refills button. And what that's going to do is it's going to pull my refills from my inbox, and then that's going to level up, you know, use all my energy refills that are in my inbox before it goes to my gems. And I think that that's the best way to do it. So let's go get all of our energy, do our quests, etc., win some arena fights, hate our life fighting our mons, and still beat him anyway. Okay, then the last thing that I do is then I start actually running the campaign levels and putting levels into my chickens. Now, Phoenix is not normally a giant chicken. He's a useful champion. But once you have a +4, you know, are you building a second one? Probably not. Whatever you need to do on your account, that's up to you. But your chickens then go in there and you run them. For me, what I want to do is I just want to use all of the resources available to me, and I want to level these up before we sacrifice them. And I'm going to be using RSL Helper for that. What I do is I take a look. Basically, I use the dividing by 3 rules. So if you, like, I have 72 champions selected right now. If you add the 7 and the 2 together, that equals 9. If that number is divisible by 3, then you know you have selected some group of 3. That way your champions all run through campaign at the same rate, and you're not left over or, you know, using an awkward number of champions. You want to use your champions in groups of 3, obviously, because we have the 3 spots here. Last but not least, I try to keep my champions at the same level together. So all of my 5 stars are in groups of 3, all of my 4 stars are in groups of 3. That helps with efficiency in terms of time, and also you can get discombobulated with your energy use if you're mixing the different levels. It's not that bad, but mostly it's a time consideration. And then once I do that, then I'll just hit go on. Wait, what? Okay, I need to do one run so that it like loads into RSL Helper, and then I can hit play on RSL Helper so that it runs through all of the champions that I have selected while I go like hang out with my family, go to church, all of those good Sunday things to do. So select my lead champion as the farmer. And actually, if you're leveling up somebody who can do campaign farming, they can get leveled up at the same time as well if you want. And then you just hit play on there. I know that's not on screen, but I'm kind of walking you through it. And now it has all of my champions selected, my little Phoenix army for aesthetic purposes. And then we will run through all these campaign stages with all of my 5-star chickens. Then I'll need to decide, probably for the next time this happens, then I will save all of the 5-star chickens and use those to rank up a bunch of new 6-star champions. I'm going to start 6-starring all of my faction guardians, you know, when I don't have anybody else to level up. And I know that some of you watching this video feel like that's so far off from happening on your account, but eventually you'll get there too, where you don't have anybody useful to 6-star. Who do I 6-star? I mean, pick somebody who will be useful, but if you don't have anybody useful, then faction guardians is a fine thing, because a lot of your faction guardians could be duplicate champions that you might want a second copy of. That's always a good thing. If you were thinking about 6-starring a second copy of Phoenix, for example, I don't recommend it, but there are plenty of champions that would be good. Geomancer, Ugo, you know, typical. We could talk about that in another video, but pretty typical champions. I also need to remember to click the auto refill. Use auto refill. I had it on run effective resources, which is a nice one as well. A lot of times I do run effective resources overnight on the free-to-play so that I don't hit the energy cap. That'll do it for me here today. Thank you for making it all the way to the end of the video. Let me know in the comments below if this is enough points for me to be able to win this champion training tournament. Are you going to be going for this soul? Are you going to be doing this strategies in the future when you want to win it? Blitz on day 1 so that you can come in here and win your champion training. Did I not hit use the level limit? Look at it. Stop. Set food. use level limit. Okay, make sure you hit the use level limit button, otherwise it will just level them all up to their maximum level. Whew. Oh man, I got caught up in talking to you guys and I forgot to click the button. So we'll put a couple extra levels into our Phoenix army, and then it will sub them out. Maybe I'll put like another common in there, and then level them up to 26 or something, so we don't waste it. And then it'll keep going. All right, thank you so much for watching. I'm MtgJedi. You're awesome. We'll see you guys later.